brewers, and welcome to Homebrew Wild and Cheap. So, I'm going along the lines of some weird stuff to brew because I like doing weird things occasionally. It's a bit fun, no one else has done it, and I like doing it. So, there's probably a good reason why no one has done it. Probably because it's going to be awful. But, there's only one way to find out, and that is to do it. So, I went to the local shop and I bought myself these little sweetie things. They are black, and these are throat and chest sweets. Basically, they contain all the mentholy things you could think of: aniseed oil, eucalyptus oil, menthol crystals. But these are also quite high in sugar. Per 100 gram pack, they contain 90 grams of sugar, either in the form of actual sugar or glucose syrup. So, should be very easy to ferment. So what we're going to do is we're going to ferment it, and we're going to see. So, yeah, it's going to be quite fun. So, the projected idea that this is going to come out is about 5%. I'm not going to add sugar to it. We're just going to use everything that's in here together. And if you guys like it, and when I try it, I like it too, maybe, we're going to do a whole weird kind of fermenting sweets and weird stuff. I'm going to ferment weird stuff anyway, but sweets. We'll see what we can make out of it. So basically, I've got 5 packets. That's 1 packet. This is 2 packets. Put that there. 5 packets. Quite a lot of sweeties. I do like my sweeties. Now, because they don't contain any artificial colorings or flavors, because the coloring in this is vegetable carbon. Sure, whatever that is. They're black. So, yeah, because they don't contain anything, and they say they don't contain anything, I'm not going to do the usual 20-minute boil. Instead, what I'm going to use is this lovely pan, lovely and clean, and this kettle of boiling water, which is actually very hot. So basically, I'm going to go through and empty each one of these sweets into that pan. And this could take a while. Smells good. Keep things accurate and as it should be. I have replaced the one with one of my personal stash. So we now have a pan of these lovely boiled sweets of menthol goodness. So now it's just a simple case. I'm going to add some boiling water in. This is just aiding in the dissolving of this. That's really cool! No, it's not going to do it now. Check that! Wow, that's got a smell to it. So, you know, I may have to heat this on a hob to dissolve these lovely sweets. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, they smell really good, very mentholy, almost like they're mentholed. So I may have to actually get the pan and heat this up just to aid in dissolving these sweets. It's not for removing a bit of the sweet here. So it's not for removing sulfides or anything like that, or preservatives. It's just to get these boiled sweets to dissolve in a reasonable time. I could smash them up, but that's no fun. So it's been a couple of minutes and my eyes are streaming, my nose is running, and we've still got all this to go. It looks pretty grim, and it's a lot like the startings of candy floss. But yep, it's strong. I mean, it's... I feel sorry for the mousies who are right there. I can see them kind of cowering eyes. Ugh, these are strong sweets when they're being heated, so novel. Ugh. And yeah, so I'm going to keep stirring this and trying to get bogeys in it. Right, so it's still strong. So it is now, it's been simmering away for about 10 minutes to dissolve pretty much all of those lovely throat and chest sweets. It's the house is thick. Eyes are not quite as bad as they were, but the nose is running. So I've got myself a sterilized water container, demi-jump, and I got myself a couple of litres of cold water. Now I'm going to add in the cold water first, with the aid of the funnel. And this is just so when I add in the hot, it's not going to contract, and it's going to make it easier for pitching the yeast. So in you go. Ugh. There's one-ish. There we go. So, now for the fun bit, let's pour in this. Let's see what we get. Yeah. That looks lovely. Right, so that's pretty mentally. So I am now going to top this up with some more cold water, and hopefully my eyes will stop burning. So now we have this topped up. As you can see here, it is kind of a charcoal colour. I suppose that is what vegetable carbon colour looks like. So you can tell, right at the bottom is really dark, right at the top is kind of bluish. That's because it hasn't been mixed yet, but I'm going to mix it up. It is now a kind of uniform temperature. It's not really hot and it's not really cold. It is, well, to be fair, it is pitching temperature. So, because this is, an experiment, we're going to go down the lines of adding some yeast nutrient. And because I don't really think the yeast is going to be too impressed with just trying to ferment sweets on their own, I think a bit of nutrient is going to be needed. So I'm going to put in, a good teaspoon of yeast nutrient. Well, my eyes are still stinging, man. They're still stinging. Smells good. So I'm going to test it. No, I'm going to shake it up, and then I'm going to test it. I want to even out the sugar. Once the colour is even, it should pretty much. Whoa. So that is leveled out as a kind of blue. Blue. Yeah, I think blue is a good name for it. So, it smells mentholy. It's not quite as mentholy as it was. I think cooling it down definitely did the trick. So we have our hydrometer, which I've sterilized, and I've kept in a glass of water. So let's see what this says it is. Should be estimated around the 5% mark. So beer start, right on the line. So it says, according to this, oh wow, that's pretty cool. It says on this it is 6.2%, but is it going to ferment all the way to dryness? I don't know. So now we've got all of our stuff in here. Now it's time to add the yeast. So I was going to add in a wine yeast, but I was looking through and I happen to have cider yeast. Now, if anything's going to have a hope in hell of fermenting this, I'm hoping the cider yeast will. Plus, I don't mind using cider yeast on something that's relatively low alcohol. I would cry a little bit if I used my tasty wine yeast. So, in goes some cider yeast, or pitching the yeast if you want to be all fancy. And yeah, now I'm just going to put on my lid and unscrew it slightly. So it's still on, but it's got a bit of a gap, so the gases, if it ferments, can hopefully escape. So that was unpleasant. That was really unpleasant. Burning. Yeah, even the mousies are hiding. So I have a pen. I should have a pen. I'll use this one. I won't use my etching pen. So it says it's 6%. %, sweet evil. And that is what I'm calling it. Sweet evil. So it is 6% currently. We will test it with a hydrometer just to make sure how it turns out in the end. So now we're going to leave this for a cheeky month, mainly because I'm going to have to drink this. Yeah, it could be awesome, it could be terrible. There's only one way to find out. So I'm going to move you over there. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Obviously you can subscribe, or just share the video if you find it mildly amusing or an inspiration to someone that you know. So, hope you have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.